Welcome to day 3 of your yoga reset. So whether you're doing them in order or doing them one by one as you please, it really doesn't matter. It's the same thing every day. They're their own little container of an experience. And today our container will be in child's pose. So grab some blocks if you would like. We're doing a couple of lunges, so they could be useful, but always an option. Grab your blocks, get ready, and we will get started in child's pose. All right, so starting to get into it. Maybe your knees are out wide to get into your hips. Maybe they're together to really support the spine. Either option, we just start to walk that upper body down, walk the head down, walk the arms out, and arrive. 2 moments here at the beginning to just arrive on our mats. It's always hard at the very beginning, depending on how crazy your day has been, to really bring your awareness fully to the 4 corners of our mats. But the more we practice it, the easier it becomes. So just starting to notice the sensations, starting to ground into our bodies, right? Letting the thoughts go, and just being with whatever sensations are arriving. Really starting to melt into the mat, maybe feel that connection with the earth, letting the hips grow heavier. Maybe noticing the sensations on the skin, any drafts in the air, or just the touch, the feel of the mat. Maybe tuning into the stretch sensations in our bodies. Where is it located? Where is it stronger? And then starting to tap into that breath, like the rise and fall of the back of the ribs. And just letting go of everything but this moment. All right, time to get into it if we please. So stay in that meditation, or maybe start to wiggle walk those fingers, pressing our hands into the earth, lifting the chest just a little bit, and then gently making our way to tabletop. So wrists directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips. Maybe tucking the toes, getting a little bit of a toe stretch. We melt the shoulder blades down the back. On the inhale, lead with the heart for cow. And on your exhale, press the earth away, round in for cat. And on your inhale, drop the belly, lead with the heart. And on your exhale, round in for cat. So maybe we stick with this traditional cat-cow. It's always a classic for a reason. Maybe this is enough. Or maybe you start to do some shoulder circles, some hip circles. Just kind of getting into the spine from some different angles. Maybe we stick with that. Maybe we start to reverse the circles, going in the other direction. Just starting to notice, where are we tight? Where are we stiff? What are we holding on to? And maybe we stick with that, or maybe we come back through center and get into the head, the neck a bit. So letting the head hang heavy, really feeling the weight, stretching the back of the neck. And then gently, maybe tipping your head over to the right, and then back down through center, and tipping the head over to the left. So maybe we stick with the head grounding down, or maybe you want to do some bigger circles, getting into the full range of motion of the head. And kind of pick your intensity today. Some days, especially early in the morning, full head circles do not feel good for me. And other days they feel great. So what is calling to you? If you're doing full circles, We're starting to move the head in the other direction as well. And really making sure our fingers, our palms are still pressing in. We're really connecting with our roots. All right, one more round. Coming back through center, coming into our tabletop. Ground down through the left hand. On your inhale, right arm reaches up, stretching north to south. And on the exhale, threading it behind the left. So back of the hand coming down, dropping the shoulder, the forehead, temple down. Pressing into that left hand to rotate the chest, or maybe walking the hand forward and squaring the shoulders down. Or maybe taking the hand to your hips, kind of sorting out, do they have them level? And we kind of tend to hike our hip over to one side. But can we keep it square? Really bringing some awareness to our navel. Core is engaged. Maybe that gives us a space to twist a little bit deeper. Sink our hips just a little bit further back. Then on our inhale, plant down that left hand, stretching that arm up, stretching it north to south. And then exhale, right hand grounds down. Resetting, going into the other side. So on your next inhale, left arm reaches up. And on the exhale, threading it through. Really going as far as we can and then dropping forehead down. Pressing that right arm into the earth to really get some rotation in that mid spine. I love using my hand as that leverage. Just helps me go a little bit deeper. Sinking the hips back, melting the shoulder blades away from the ears. Pressing that left hand, our arm is working. Softening in for one more breath. Then on our inhale, stretching it up. Reset, grow wide through the collarbones. Left arm grounds down. Walking your hands forward, a handprint, tucking those toes. On your inhale, start to lift up into our first downward dog. So take a moment to feel it out, right? Pedaling into the feet, really pressing the earth away, pressing the chest back. Maybe we're melting the shoulder blades a little bit further from the head, the heart. Maybe a gentle bend in the knees. Really tuning in to what sensations are arriving. All right, then we start to ground down through that left foot. On your next inhale, right leg lifts up, driving that heel back, really keeping that foot flexed for a moment. Kind of feel this sensation on that left back of the leg. Then maybe pointing the toe, then flexing the foot. Maybe doing some ankle circles. And then circles the other way. All right, then bend our knees, start to stack the hips open to the right side of our mats. So we're drawing the heel in, lifting the knee up, really trying to square our shoulders down. So looking under that left shoulder a bit maybe helps keep them a little bit more square with the mat. And can we press the chest back, draw the heel in just a little bit more. All right, then on our exhale, start to square the hips again, and then drawing that knee in through center, maybe bring it in to just tap that right arm and straightening out. Slow and controlled. Can we bring it in, tapping that right arm one more time, then lifting it out, waking up that core. Slow and controlled, bringing it through, tapping, and then gently stepping it through. Dropping the back knee, untucking the toes, lifting the heart, setting up for our low lunge. So maybe we're here, maybe you want some blocks, just to bring the earth a little closer. It's always a great option, especially if this is early in the day. It might be too intense to go too deep. Listening to our bodies. So maybe the blocks stay, maybe not. But a few moments to gently start to open up that left hip, sinking down and lifting the heart up. And maybe we stay there, or maybe we start to ground that left arm down, reaching that right arm up. Really finding length, activating that right arm to sink the hips deeper. And maybe we stay here, or maybe we start to reach back, really pulling the arm back. Maybe we start to pick up that left leg. Maybe they don't make contact. Maybe they do. They don't have to. We're looking for the sensation, not necessarily the connection. But if they do make contact, maybe we pull that knee in a little bit deeper and sink the hips just a little bit lower. Right? Finding stillness or sensation just for a few rounds of breath. And maybe peeling that right foot away from the earth, that right knee opening out, gives us the space to sink just a little bit deeper. All right, on your next exhale, let go of that foot, windmill that right arm back, pick up that back knee, right foot steps back into our downward dog. So resetting for a moment, maybe just noticing the difference from side to side. And then preparing to balance it out. So grounding down through that right foot, left leg reaches back, driving that heel back. Really feel that activation along the right leg. And then maybe we point the toe. Maybe we flex. Maybe we point. Or maybe we do some circles. Maybe we do circles the other way. Maybe we stay with that, or maybe we start to bend the knee, open the hips to the left side. We're drawing the heel in, lifting the knee up, trying to square that left shoulder down. And maybe bringing some more awareness to that right leg. Can we find some length along the back of the leg? And maybe press the chest back just a little bit more. All options, all of these are options as always. Then starting to square the hips back, start to shift forward, bringing that left knee in towards your left bicep. Then inhale, straightening it back out. One more time, slow and controlled, really waking up that core. Then drawing it back down. One more time, nice and slow. Can you find a little bit of tap? And then step that left foot through. Dropping the toes, dropping the knees, untucking the toes. Settling in for our low lunge here on the other side. Maybe shaking into it, maybe lifting the heart, softening the face, just really noticing this moment. And maybe we stay with that. Maybe we start to ground that left hand down on your inhale. Left arm reaches up. Really using activation, spread those fingers. Maybe stay or maybe reach back, really pulling that arm behind you. And maybe stay or maybe we bend the foot, making contact. Maybe we make contact on one side and not the other. That's okay. Maybe we soften in and really feel some sensation, opening up that right hip, right quad. Really feeling our roots, maybe connecting with that right hand, left foot, bringing some awareness there. All right, then gently starting to bring that left hand back down, pick up that back knee, left foot steps back into one more downward dog. Can we find some length on the spine? Press the earth away, press the chest back. One good, soft, long breath. All right, and bend the knees, look to the top, and using the hands as brakes, really pressing the earth away as we tippy toe forward. Maybe your feet almost even hover at the end. Then dropping it. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Maybe taking your hands, clasping them around the base of the neck. Maybe that gives you the space to soften in just a little bit deeper. Just noticing and letting go, rocking into the heels, the toes, the whole foot. All right, then loosening any grip that we've had on your inhale, unwrap, unwind, vertebrae by vertebrae. Chin comes up last, shoulders melt down, palms shine forward. And we have arrived. All right, thank you so much. Day 3 complete. Hopefully you're feeling great. And hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow.